So hello and welcome back to another episode of Best Drives. Today we're taking our first look at Promods version 2.3, which is pretty exciting. It got released. I'm actually recording this on release day for the public, which is pretty cool. If we have a look at the map, it is absolutely insane. The drivable area that we can now sort of do is incredible. I mean, we've got all sort of down here, Greece, Croatia, all over here. I mean, this is all going to be released soon with the Baltics DLC. But we've got Finland, some new roads up here. I believe that's a new road. It's just massive. Some new roads down in Wales, some new ones in Scotland, down in Spain. It's just insane the amount of drivable distance, but we're focusing on Cyprus today, which is pretty cool. I've done sort of a lap of the island, taking a look at the scenery. We're actually we're going to go this way today through the twisties that you saw earlier. It's a pretty nice journey, this. I would say there isn't a lot of coastal driving. I was probably hoping for a lot more coastal driving, like little towns and stuff. There isn't really that. It's sort of just main road here, the A1 and the A6 that sort of connect everything, and then you've got this B8 and B9 road, which is sort of a sort of through the hills and everything, which is pretty cool. We're starting off in Pafos here, and we're going to be driving down to Lefkosia. Probably making a mess of that, but yeah, it's cool that Cyprus is on here. It's not very big as you'd expect. I mean, this journey's only 87 miles, and it's basically going straight across the island, but from straight off it does look fairly nice around here, doesn't it? Obviously we've got to remember to drive on the left, but yeah, it's very cool. I've got the def package with the ultra draw distance, so the maximum draw distance that you can get. On my sort of lap around the island, I think I'm probably going to move down to the high draw distance, because my frames dropped to about 40 FPS whilst it's loading in scenery, but it does go back up to 50 in towns, which isn't bad. I'm currently doing over 60 FPS, which is fine, but yeah, when you get some scenery in the distance, it does drop quite a bit. But yeah, this is sort of what I was expecting more of, sort of little harbours and stuff like that. What is that? So this is the police here in Cyprus, in Skoda Yetis. Gotta watch out for them. But yeah, it does feel weird driving on the left. I think this is the only place in the map, apart from in the UK, where you do drive on the left. I might be wrong about that, but whoa, what are you doing? You see that? He's on the wrong side of the road. Whoa, that's not quite right. That was almost an accident already. He's got his hazards on. I don't think I hit him. But yeah, I do think some of the textures, they could have done a bit better. It all seems a little bit last gen SCS, like all the footpaths here. That's what SCS have gone back to Germany and replaced all the curbs and sort of central barriers and everything. They've gone back to replace that to make it look a lot more fresh. It seems like Promods have used all the last gen textures, which I'm not massively keen on that. Surely it would have been a lot more consistent to sort of follow it through with the new textures, but it does look fairly good. These like orange trees here, it might be, certainly look like it, which is pretty cool. I am using a weather mod, if you're wondering. That's why we get this really nice sunrise. But yeah, it feels very dry, doesn't it, here? All sort of a sandy landscape. Got these trees in the distance. Whoa, hang on. This is a random event. This wasn't here whilst I was recording the intro. Look at this. That's awesome, that. Workers and everything. The hard shoulder does seem very wide on this, I have to say. It feels like the rest of the sort of two lanes are quite squished when you compare it to the hard shoulder. But yeah, it is very nice, isn't it? Nice trees and everything. I think they've got a good range of vegetation. Not too sure about the location of some of them. I think they could have maybe put a few more bits of vegetation and everything. It does look like some of it as well is the sort of 2D ones that sort of turn to face you, which is a bit annoying. Like you can see it happening. Usually that's only a thing that they put in the distance for optimization, but you do sort of get it up close with some of them. Especially, look, you see the frames now? You know, it's down to 30 then, now back up to 50, 40, 45, 45. But yeah, look how far it's drawing stuff in the distance, and all of that town. It's not bad though, is it really? I've sort of got to find that compromise. I mean, I've got all the graphics settings on max apart from the mirror distance, which is on medium. Whoa, this is steep. Whoa! I was about to say I won't want to do that when it's icy, but I don't think it really gets that cold in Cyprus, does it? Not enough for ice anyway. But yeah, you can see that we've got a bit of climbing to do now. Got to work that 6-speed manual gearbox in this Volvo. So yeah, this is where I think the variety of vegetation could be a bit better. I mean, this type here, at least some of it is the ones that turn to face you, and it seems that for a lot of this route, all the scenery is sort of sloping upwards, so they don't have to sort of draw much scenery, if you see what I mean. Nice little lake here. Water textures don't look amazing on that, I have to say. Not too bad. See what I mean? The scenery doesn't go that far in. But it does look pretty nice, doesn't it? Driving into Cyprus, who would have thought? This was one of the sort of areas that I didn't think Promods would go to. Like, you see these grasses here, sort of turning to face. Yeah, that's what I don't like. I mean, I don't really think there's need to. I mean, I'm doing it over 60 FPS. My sort of FPS counter won't sort of tell me over 60 when I'm recording at 60 frames per second, but yeah, I'm definitely doing over 60, so I could definitely deal with better sort of bushes and everything than that. It'd make it feel a lot more alive with the sort of greater variety and everything. And at the minute, I do have to say, it looks a little bit artificial, but the road is really nice. That's why I'm making this one of the best drives, because I don't really get sort of hilly roads like this. It's kind of nice the way to swoop around. And in this Volvo, I've been able to keep it in fourth the whole way. I haven't had to change down, so it's not too steep, but still a little bit of challenge in there, which I like. I mean, you can see the draw distance as well, sort of. Oh, I've got a fine. Sort of these sort of hills and mountains in the distance look very nice. Bit more twisties. Yeah, you see those bushes aren't the best. Oh, really? All these roads sort of going off into the distance. Yeah, this is the bit that I really like, the way it sort of opens up, the sort of terrain shallows out a bit, and you get this sort of almost desert-like landscape, which is really nice. I mean, again, you can see all the mountains in the distance, which just look amazing. Look at this. This is really nice. When you do like a sunset or evening drive through here, it's just beautiful. It really is. Shame about the sort of factories in the distance, but that's I suppose a good but bad point of having a large draw distance. It sort of ruins the view a little bit there, but it does look good, doesn't it? Yeah, this is the kind of road type that I was expecting more. Sort of more flat, open roads like this. But I suppose when you sort of scale Cyprus down, there isn't a lot of driving roads really. I mean, I did a lap of the whole island in about 20 minutes. It's not a massive amount of driving at all. Bit of dodgy scenery there. But you got like a farm here. I think there's 2 of them on the island that they've added. All little farmhouses and everything. But yeah, this main road here. It's pretty nice. Still doing a rock solid 60 FPS. Which is all good. You don't manage to get much speed up on these roads in Cyprus because they're so short. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this little drive. Not a lot of driving to do. I'll see if we can drive down to like a little harbour or something, or where you catch the ferry. Might do that. But yeah, you can see what I mean by the old textures, like on the roundabout and everything. They aren't the best, to be honest. I just wish they did update them to the latest versions of them. But yeah, it does feel a bit weird, like seeing double yellow lines, but we're not in the UK. And I've also noticed there's a sort of pick and mix with the drop off and pickup areas. I mean, some are really detailed, like this one. This one's from Scandinavia DLC, but some are from the sort of early Euro truck, like the farm pickup that we just went past. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's like a random lamppost in the middle. But yeah, let's reverse this and we'll go and try and find a harbour, I think. Because they are fairly nice. I just wish there were a few more of them. Because it does seem a little bit industrial, Cyprus, which you wouldn't really expect. But that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this. Feels a lot like Northern Africa when we had that in TSM. I'm sort of comparing it to that as well. So yeah, let's drop this off. Right, so we'll just take a quick drive down to another little town that we got. I don't believe this town that we're in has got like a harbour or anything, so we will move on to the next one. Whoa, a bit of a frame lag there. I have also noticed when I've been driving about, the pedestrians do sort of walk across the road without warning, really. So you gotta be careful about that, which is not something that we're used to in Euro truck. All the signs look very like the ones in the UK, though. I have to say that. Got an IKEA here as well. IKEA is pretty much everywhere, isn't it? To be honest. Here we go. Very steep on and off ramps though, and you don't get much from some of them anyway. Much of a slip road, so you got to be careful about that. Right, where we go? Returning off here. But yeah, you see what I mean? You don't get sort of much speed up before you either turning off or changing direction. Some wind turbines here. A lot of Cyprus flags about. I believe there's an airport in one of the towns as well. Yeah, you can see it on there. Again, getting quite a bit of lag now. I mean, I was down to 30 now, I'm back up to 45. But yeah, here we are coming into the town. We do have speed cameras here, you got to watch out for them. But if we take a left, Larnaca. This isn't where you come in on the ferry. I believe that's the next town. But yeah, we do have like a rest area. Not sure what this hotel's painted like is for. Hotel Formula 1. Is that meant to be Formula 1? Don't know. But yeah, as I said, this is what I was expecting more of, like harbours, like little towns like this. I think that would have been a lot more, maybe what people would expect from Cyprus, but yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. Nice drive actually. I mean, by the water here. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you did, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.